Welcome to this tutorial on creating a listing to find partners to share your season tickets. I'm assuming that you've created a ticket group already and also added a ticket location and added game tickets. If you haven't done that already, you should go ahead and do that now. There is another tutorial called Getting Started. You can find it under the help section up here that can walk you through that process. Let's get started. Click on the My Listings tab. And as you can see, we don't have any listings here. So we'll say create new listing. Every listing must be tied to one ticket location. We created this one bleachers location. So for this listing, we'll use that one. Next, select your season plan. This is the plan that you've purchased, the one you want to have your listing for. So we'll select full season 2014. Next, enter listing name and listing notes. Click on the help icons for more details on what should go in these fields. This service is for finding partners, not for selling off individual games. So there is a minimum games per offer. You can set yours higher than your team set floor. So for example, if you wanted to sell 10 games and only 10 games, you can set your minimum games per offer at 10. So then any offer that would come through has to be for at least 10 games. Minimum tickets per game, you can allow buyers to offer to purchase one ticket or make sure that they purchase all tickets to a particular game. So here we'll enter a buyer must purchase at least 2 tickets. If you have 4 seats, for example, you could set this to 4 if you wanted somebody to select all 4 of your seats for any offer. Enter your preferred payment method, your preferred ticket delivery method, and then your listing type. Now this one's important. We have 2 listing types: number of games and list of tickets. The number of games is for a generic number of games. For example, I need someone to take 20 games and join our group to take 20 games. The actual games and tickets that that partner will get will be determined later. The other type of listing is a list of tickets. So these are the specific tickets that are listed for sale. So for example, if you have 80 games and you already have allotted 60 of them and you have 20 or so left, you can list those specific 20 games for sale, and then individual buyers can come in and make offers on those actual tickets. For the purpose of this demo, we'll start off entering the number of games listing type. So since we don't know which actual games and tickets the new buyer will get, we need to enter a price per ticket. So this has to be an average price per ticket. The ticket allocation method. So how is the new buyer going to know which tickets he or she will get? This is going to be an online draft. You can use this service to hold an online draft, an in-person draft, or a sequence draft. We'll select online draft. Now please note, if you have specific rules about how you will allocate your tickets, make sure you include them in your listing notes. Continuing the setup, we need to enter how many games we want to have for sale. So for this listing, let's say we want to have 20 games for sale. We need to find a partner to take 20 games. After reviewing the terms of use and the listing policies, we'll click on I've read and agree, and we'll click Create Listing. So now we've created our listing, but we're not quite done. There are a couple more things we need to do. We've arrived now at our listing control panel. On your listing control panel, you have all the key settings for your listing. Green check means it's okay. Setting must be fixed if you have a red circle with a line through it. And these are changes recommended with a caution symbol. So up at the top, these all look fine. We do recommend that you add listing photos. Very easy to do, and certainly something that potential partners are attracted to. So if you have some photos, make sure you add them to your listing. Now on this listing control panel, you can come back and make changes as needed. So these all look pretty good. The remaining things are the setup complete and then also verified. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on I am done setting up this listing. And what this is going to do is it's going to send a message to your team to have your listing verified. So I'll click on I have finished setting up this listing. And now your team has been notified that you have a listing that's ready to be verified and posted online. And that's reflected here. So once your team has gone and verified that all of your information is correct, they will verify your listing and you'll be notified via email. Okay, I just received an email that my listing was verified. Going down here to the verified field, it shows a green check. And all my fields are green now. So now my listing is live. Let's take a look at the listing. You can click on View Public Listing to get there. This is what a potential partner sees. Here's your listing title. Your listing notes are displayed prominently up front. All your pertinent details are here. Here are the games available, showing that you'll allocate games using an online draft. If you have listing photos, those will show up here as well. Again, we recommend adding photos to your listing. Potential partners also have the opportunity to ask you a question. Users who have registered can click on the Ask Question button, log in, sign up, and send you a question. You'll be able to respond to them, and any question and answer that you've responded to will show up on your listing as well. This is a great way for people to reach out to you to clarify some of the points of your listing. It's also helpful for other people looking at your listing to see other questions and answers as they've come in. Notice also that there are ties to social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, and Twitter. So make sure you promote your listing to your own network of friends and family. To get back to your listing, you can always click on the Dashboard button. So we'll click on Dashboard. Then we'll click on our ticket group, My Listings. And here's the listing that we're working with. Now I want to show you the other type of listing. So if you'll recall, we did a number of games listing for this listing to begin with. The other type of listing is a list of tickets. Let's switch to that. Click on Number of Games, and we'll click on List of Tickets. We'll verify that we want to do this, and we'll say Save Changes. So now we're showing under Games for Sale that we have 0 listed for sale, and our price per ticket is $0. So we need to fix this. Essentially what we need to do is we need to go to the Ticket Navigator and change the status of all the tickets that we want to sell to List for Sale. And we'll also need to enter prices for those tickets. So let's do that. We'll click on Go to Ticket Navigator. At the Ticket Navigator, we can change the status and price for all our tickets at once. In the date range, we have a full year. Let's change that to have a smaller set of tickets. So from February 5th, let's go to July 1st. So now this is going to give us a smaller number of tickets. So we have 86 games. These are the games that we want to list for sale. We'll go to Change All. We'll say Change All Status. And we're going to change it from Available to List for Sale, because these are the games we want to list for sale. So we'll do that, and all these games are now showing up as List for Sale. Now we can also change the prices all at once as well. Go to Change All Prices, and we'll select the ticket location. And this team uses variable pricing. If your team does have price levels, they will show up here. If they don't, they'll just be one price level. And we'll say $80, $70, $60, and $50 for the different price levels. And we'll say change all ticket prices. And those changes are reflected on all the tickets currently in the Ticket Navigator. Now you can then go into any one of these tickets and change the prices as well. So if this particular game you want it at $65, you can certainly go in and do that. So we've changed the status for all the tickets that we want to list for sale, and we've also entered the price. We'll say Save Changes. And then we'll return to the listing. So we'll click on My Listings, and we'll click on Migrate Listing. And then we'll scroll down, and we see total games in the season 81. Games for sale, you have 43 games listed for sale. So these are all the games, up until July 1. Also notice that we have the price range in here. So price per ticket is $50 to $80. Let's take a look at the listing now that it's changed. Click on View Public Listing. And we'll look at games available. And instead of showing just a generic number of games and an average ticket price, we now show the number of games that are available, the price per ticket, and then the actual tickets listed below. So now you've seen the two different options for creating your listing. Once your listing is up and running, potential partners can ask you a question, and then the next step is to make an offer. Thank you for watching.